Most people don't understand how sound affects them, and I know you. I'm going to probably ask for little bits of some of your TED talks. And one time you've talked about 4 ways that sound does affect us, because our ears are always on, aren't they? And I know I choose with my eyes now not to look at certain things. I'm really choosy about not to watch the news. I don't want to look at the advertisement with the model and the beard on it. But with my ears, I don't get that choice. And what are some of the things people can kind of be aware of how sound is affecting them?
Well, the 4 way sound effects, they're very powerful. And as you absolutely rightly say, we have no earlids. So the ears are working all the time. Even while you sleep, your ears are working. You know, if there's a strange sound in your house while you're asleep, you will wake up. So these things are never asleep. So the first way sound affects us is physiologically. So if I do that, that's a little shot of cortisol, fight-flight hormone. It accelerates the heartbeat. Your hormones are causing fatty acids to enter your bloodstream. You're ready to fight or to flee, and you're not going to do either of those 2 things. So it's not very good for us.
Okay.
So physiologically, sound changes our bodies all the time, right up to brainwaves, in fact, which have been shown to be entrained by external sound. So if you have a speaker, they've done tests on this, a good speaker in a room will have everybody's brainwaves entrained with his brainwaves or her brainwaves by the end of the talk.
Okay.
Second way is psychologically, moods, emotions. And that's obvious. You just think of music. You know, I love that scene from Bridget Jones where she's sitting there with a tub of ice cream playing All By Myself by Eric Carmen in floods of tears, you know. We can use music to amplify a mood like that, or we can put on a jolly tune to cheer us up when we're feeling low. So we use music to change moods. Birdsong is good for mood as well, we've found. We use it a lot in the sound agency, in offices particularly, because it makes people feel secure. It tends to be when the birds are singing, we're safe. We've learned that over a long time.
Is that something we picked up over the last 100,000 years?
Yeah.
Even animals know that, right?
Totally. Birds have been here much, much longer than we have. They've been here for millions of years, and we've been only around for a few 100,000. So we've grown up to birds. And you and I know when the birds are singing, normally that's a good sign. If they suddenly stop, that's not good. That means something pretty bad is about to happen. It's also nature's alarm clock bird song. So, you know, anybody who's been to an all-night party knows that moment when the birds start singing is when the guilt kicks in. Oh, I really shouldn't be here now. So we know it's time to be awake when the birds are singing. Third way sound affects us is cognitively. Nobody can understand 2 people talking at the same time. So office noise is extremely distracting if you're trying to concentrate. Now, the open plan office, and we can talk about this in more detail a little bit later on, is pervasive. I mean, it's becoming one size fits all for all offices, and that's so wrong. I'm doing a talk next week, actually, at a conference which is being run by Professor Jeremy Myerson, who's a guy I really respect in this field. And he's distinguished 3 forms of working. Collaboration, for which open plan is great. And, you know, if you want to shout across, the rule is interrupt me, it's fine, we're all kind of loose here, you know, and move around and, you know, Brian, could you come and have a look at this? Yeah, sure, you know, that kind of thing. Great. Concentration, rubbish. Open plan is rubbish for that. You know, shut up, I'm trying to think, I'm trying to write something here. You know, we all know that feeling of somebody talking next to us, taking out one of our 1.6 human conversations that we can understand.
That's what it is, 1.6, never 2. Some people think they can do 2.
Well, there may be a very few people on the planet, but I've never met one. I don't know if you have.
No, I've never done it.
Women are better than men because the research shows their brains work side to side more, so they're using both hemispheres simultaneously, whereas we tend to use front to back a lot more, men. So men particularly find it difficult, but I don't think there are many people who can understand 2. And certainly my estimate is 1.6 to 1.8 human conversations. So if there's somebody talking here, I have no earlids. I am pre-programmed to decode language. It's inevitable. I can't not listen to words in my language anyway. So he's taking up or she's taking up one of my 1.6. I'm left with 0.6 for the little voice in my head, which is the one I'm trying to listen to when I'm writing or doing maths or whatever it may be.
Okay. So that's concentration, bad for concentration.
Really. And the other form of working that Myerson distinguishes is contemplation, which is a kind of decompress. It's after you've had heavy meetings. You need somewhere to sit and think or be quiet or maybe be social. So it could be a social space or it could be a Zen type space. Either way, open plan is not the answer for that either.
Okay.
So yeah, open plan offices, the biggest number I've found in terms of estimating the reduction in productivity from open plan is 2/3 reduction.
because of that open plan.
Because people are trying to do, concentrating work in an environment that's designed for something completely different.
To watch the rest of this fascinating interview, click on the link below and go to londonreelacademy.com. There you can sign in with your social media, log in and watch the rest of the episode for free, along with all of our episodes on London Real, my webinars, and all of our premium content, all located over at londonreelacademy.com. So click on the link below, you'll be directed there and you can watch the rest of this fascinating interview, and I'll see you there.